Hello friends. Have you ever imagined what would happen if our Earth suddenly stopped spinning? 1. Instant disaster. Inertia takes over. If Earth stopped rotating all of a sudden, the ground itself would freeze in place, but everything on it wouldn't. Due to inertia, people, vehicles, buildings, oceans, and even the atmosphere would continue moving at the planet's original rotational speed. At the equator, objects would be hurled eastward at more than 1,600 kilometers per hour, faster than the speed of sound. While regions closer to the poles would experience slightly less force, the destruction would still be enormous. Skyscrapers would crumble, forests would be ripped out of the ground, and loose objects would turn into lethal missiles. In mere seconds, most surface life would be wiped out, like the planet crashing into an invisible wall. 2. Oceanic mayhem and mega tsunamis. The oceans would erupt into chaos. Without the centrifugal force created by rotation, water piled around the equator would surge violently toward the poles. This would generate gigantic tsunamis, possibly thousands of meters high, swallowing coastlines and pushing deep into continents. As Earth's equatorial bulge flattened, intense seismic activity would follow. Entire landmasses would shift, coastlines would disappear, and the planet's geography would be permanently rewritten. 3. Atmosphere gone. While the atmosphere wouldn't stop immediately either. It would continue racing around the planet at incredible speeds, unleashing winds up to 1,600 kilometers per hour across the surface. These winds would strip away soil, flatten remaining structures, and hurl debris across the globe. Dust clouds would block sunlight, plunging parts of the planet into darkness, while friction from the violent airflow could ignite massive wildfires. 4. The magnetic shield fades. Earth's magnetic field is powered by the movement of molten metal in its core, a process influenced by planetary rotation. If Earth stopped spinning, this magnetic field would gradually weaken or even collapse. Without this protective shield, harmful solar radiation and cosmic rays would bombard the surface. Electronics would fail, radiation levels would spike, and over time, the atmosphere itself could be stripped away, much like what happened to Mars. Long-term survival would be nearly impossible. 5. A world without normal day's rotation gives us our 24-hour day. Without it, a single day would last an entire year, about 365 days. One side of Earth would face non-stop sunlight for 6 months, heating to extreme temperatures above 100 degrees Celsius (212 degrees Fahrenheit), while the opposite side would remain locked in darkness, freezing below -100 degrees Celsius (-148 degrees Fahrenheit). Ecosystems would collapse. Plants couldn't survive such extremes, where the systems would become violent and unpredictable, and only narrow twilight zones between light and darkness might remain barely habitable. 6. Earth in turmoil. Quakes and volcanoes. The sudden stop would send shockwaves through the planet. Massive earthquakes would rupture fault lines worldwide, and volcanic eruptions could increase as internal pressures shifted. Over time, Earth would slowly reshape itself into a more perfect sphere, losing its equatorial bulge. This process would trigger further flooding, land elevation changes, and long-term geological instability. Conclusion: in short, if Earth stopped rotating instantly, it would mean total planetary catastrophe, billions of lives lost within moments, and any survivors facing a hostile, nearly unlivable world. Thankfully, this scenario exists only in theory. Earth's rotation is slowing extremely slowly, about 1.7 milliseconds per century, and it won't stop for billions of years. If you enjoyed this mind-blowing thought experiment, like, share, and subscribe for more incredible space facts. Rocket.